Psalm 23 is a beautiful and comforting psalm that has brought hope and peace to many throughout the ages. Written by King David, it is a reflection on the loving guidance and protection of God. The psalm begins with the powerful declaration, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." David acknowledges that God is his guide and provider, and that with God's care, he lacks nothing. David goes on to describe the ways in which God leads him to green pastures and quiet waters, restoring his soul and guiding him in the right paths. He acknowledges that even in the face of adversity, he is not alone, for God is with him. He says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." David has a deep trust in God's protection and guidance, even in the darkest of times. The psalm concludes with David affirming that God's goodness and love will follow him all the days of his life, and that he will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This is a powerful reminder that no matter what we face in this life, God's love and protection will always be with us. As we reflect on Psalm 23, let us remember that we too have a loving shepherd who guides and protects us. May we find comfort and peace in the words of this psalm, and may they remind us of God's constant presence in our lives. Psalm 23 is one of the 150 psalms in the book of Psalms in the Bible. It is part of the third book of the Psalms, which contains Psalms 73 to 89. Psalm 23 is a short psalm, only 6 verses long, but it is rich in meaning and imagery. It is often referred to as the shepherd's psalm, because of the central metaphor of God as a shepherd who guides and protects his sheep. The psalm is attributed to King David, who was himself a shepherd before he became king. The psalm is divided into 2 main sections. The first section, verses 1 to 4, describes God's care for the speaker, and the second section, verses 5 to 6, expresses the speaker's trust in God and confidence in God's presence and protection. The psalm is written in Hebrew, and many of the phrases and images used in the psalm are drawn from the life of a shepherd. For example, the image of God leading the speaker to green pastures and still waters reflects the practice of shepherds guiding their flocks to fresh grazing land and a nearby water source. The image of God restoring the speaker's soul and guiding him in the right paths reflects the role of a shepherd in caring for and guiding his sheep. Psalm 23 has been widely used throughout the centuries, from religious services to funerals, and is considered one of the most popular and well-known psalms in the Bible. It is often recited and memorized by many people for its comfort and reassurance in times of trouble.